and pay 1,000 more fools are being born every fucking day.
Tonight's show is brought to you by...
It's me! It's Vinny V, baby! You know me, the one and only Las Vegas super guru and the vociferous valedictorian of 1-900 V4 Vegas! And have I got a surprise for all you sports fans and gambling aficionados out there or what? Quit pulling your hair out, waiting on Major League Baseball to come back. The NBA, the NHL, they're donezo, baby! And please don't tell me you're watching them goofy Koreans playing empty ballparks full of stuffed animals and blow-up dolls! No, because Vinny's got something cooking for you. Something really tasty. And I brought in a bona fide legend to make it all happen. Wanna know who? Well, hold on to your butts and get ready to plant them in arenas all across America. Coming this summer, it's the A-double-B-L!
Hello and welcome to episode 33 of the War on Morons, where we speak truth to your stupidity. I'm Anissa.
And I'm Jay.
There is so much we have to cover this week. There was a staggering amount of stupidity in the news this week, and we really can't wait to talk about it.
You know, to cover all of the idiots, all of the complete idiots in the news this week, we'd have to do a daily show.
That's true.
I mean, we could do a daily show just about stupid shit that was said on the Daily Show.
But before we get into it, we do want to thank you all for tuning in. And if you're a fan of the show and you want to join us in the fight against morons, it's easy. Subscribe for free at thewaronmorons.podbean.com so you never miss an episode.
That's right. New episodes drop every single Monday night at 7 o'clock Eastern, but subscribers get early access to the show. Depending on when we shoot the show, sometimes it's as early as that Friday.
Call our call-in lines as well so you can be a part of the show at 813-906-9099. Call in and tell us what you think about the show, give us your take on the stories we cover, and please, try not to be too insane when you call. We get some weird ones.
Yeah, I think we get all the weird ones. I really don't know. I don't know where these people come from. Anyway, last but not least, we need more soldiers on the front line of foolishness. And your support is what keeps us on the air. So if you like our show, please follow us on YouTube. Give us a like at facebook.com/waronmorons. Give us a positive review on your favorite podcast app. But best of all, sharing is caring. Share it with your friends.
Absolutely. Now let's get into it with this week's top morons. We have to start the show by talking about the group of left-wing radicals in Seattle who created an autonomous zone of a few city blocks that they are attempting to get recognized as its own independent country.
Oh, yeah, these people are freaking idiots.
Yeah, modern-day founding fathers, they are not.
I know. You're talking about the Seattle City Council, right?
Absolutely. Wait, what?
Well, because you said a group of left-wing radicals.
No, this is like further left than even Seattle's regular politicians. Yeah, this is like really extreme. They're calling themselves anarchists, but honestly, they're way too bureaucratic to be considered true anarchists.
Yeah, no, these idiots, they're calling it Chaz. None of them look like a Chaz, by the way. Maybe, I don't know, maybe they are Chazes. Most of these people live in their mom's basement up there anyway. But they, like, cordoned off a few city blocks. They're hiding behind, like, plastic, like, it's... What would you call those?
Like little tiny barricades. Like they're called barricades, but it's really not much of a barricade, to be honest. It's just like a divider.
Ollie over them with a skateboard.
Yeah. And I mean, the funniest part is after just 72 hours of forming this autonomous zone, they found themselves tweeting out that they had run out of food and were asking for vegan meat substitutes to be donated ASAP.
Yeah, because the revolution will be fueled by fucking veggie dogs.
Oh, God.
Like, these people are it's so funny, though. They're just a bunch of dirty little hipsters, and they're begging for people to donate, like bean burgers and shit, so they can... I mean, do you really think that there's going to be a civil war but with these limp-wristed poofs.
One of the radicals leading the autonomous zone isn't necessarily so limp-wristed. She's a self-proclaimed abusive lesbian anarchist. After tweeting about her abusive tendencies, her exes all tweeted their horrifying experiences enduring her physical and sexual assaults. The anarchist lesbian calls herself @Laura Kook. And she responded...
She's a kook, right?
I guess so. She responded by admitting to her dangerous shortcomings and threatening to kill herself. I mean, I gotta say, none of this screams leader of a brave new world to me,
Yeah, but it's where, half of these people end up anyway. Jesus Christ. You gotta leave some of the abuse for those men that you hate.
I don't know about all that, but I gotta say... With white virtue signalers more desperate for attention than ever before, simply protesting and burning cities to the ground is not nearly enough.
No, what do they want to do now? Nuke one of them?
Well, apparently some women have followed through with the #GoBald for BLM challenge, shaving their heads for Black Lives Matter. Because nothing says I'm with black people like being a skinhead.
Yeah, well, the best part about this is it was a fucking troll the whole time.
Of course it was a troll!
Yeah, it was like the thing where, the OK symbol it means white power. Or, when Facebook, whenever they release a new emoji, it's 24 hours before you can convince everybody on CNN that it's some kind of hate symbol.
Oh, my God.
So some dude on 4chan was like, hey, I'm gonna fuck with the idiots. And honestly, it's low-hanging fruit.
It really is. I can't believe, people don't have any concept of filtering for a good idea versus a bad idea anymore.
No. They will do anything, apparently, if you say it's for Black Lives Matter, including shaving their fucking heads.
And speaking of bad ideas, a man was actually arrested after attending a Toronto anti-racism protest in blackface.
Yeah, this is incredible. If you haven't seen the video yet, after you're done with the show, of course, Google this thing.
He does look insane. He doesn't look like he's wearing regular blackface. He looks like a chimney sweep from, the 1800s. Dude went way too far.
Yeah. He's wearing a black sweatshirt. He's covered completely in like you said, like charcoal. And I can't tell if he's there in support of Black Lives Matter, and he thought oh, you know what? This is the best way to go out there and show that I'm with the cause. I'm going to experience what it's like to be a black man. Or if he's another troll that was just out there fucking with people, but. All the loonies that were at this rally, they lost their minds at this guy. They're chanting at him. They had the cops drag him away, and he's just there what did I do? But I'm black.
Oh my God. He's surprisingly not the only numbskull that was struck with this idea, by the way.
No?
Influencers on Instagram are now wearing blackface to support Black Lives Matter. Support is a funny word for that, honestly. They're captioning their offensive photos with captions that claim to show solidarity with black people. I mean... Like I was saying earlier, it just seems like everything is a good idea these days. Nobody ever looks at anything objectively and is you know what? That's probably not a great idea. I should not do that thing.
No, I mean, it's not whether it's a good idea or a bad idea. It was that these are Instagram models who noticed that other people were getting more attention than them for a week or two. So they said, well, hey, it looks like everybody's talking about how much they care about the black people. What if I became one?
That has to be it.
Then I could get some likes and subscribes.
Ay. Well, even congressional Democrats are not above doing a highly questionable publicity stunt.
That's their job description.
Their latest stunt is being criticized for wearing the traditional African kente cloth at an event that was honoring George Floyd. Look, I'm not going to be the first to say that we promote any kind of strict political correctness on our show, but I think it's safe to say that having Nancy Pelosi don a kente cloth for a publicity stunt smacks of cultural appropriation and really isn't the way to endear yourself to the black community.
I mean, honestly, who the hell in the black community in America is walking around in kente cloth anyway?
Yeah, that's true.
She might as well have gone out there with a bone through her nose.
Oh my God!
and a string of skulls around her
Be
neck.
careful, they'll do that next.
I mean, I hope so. It'd be hilarious. But like, I mean, why don't you just go out there in like some FUBU with like a fake gold chain?
Oh my God!
Why don't you do some cornrows in Chuck Schumer's hair?
I really am surprised that they did not.
Maybe they could. Maybe they could just like take a moment of silence there on the congressional floor and make everybody listen to some Public Enemy.
Oh my God! Okay. Speaking of questionable minds, ex-NFL star Larry Johnson has found a new calling since leaving his football career behind him. Johnson has become quite obsessed with exposing professional athletes' alleged involvement in secret societies, and his latest claim is that the death of George Floyd was another sacrifice made by Freemasons and other satanic cults.
And what's wrong with that?
Well, I'm pretty sure it's not true.
I mean, he would know. Larry Johnson, I'm sure he's been to the cloning facilities.
What?
Come on, like Donald Marshall. You don't follow. Like, this is deep stuff. This is like way deeper than Alex Jones.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know of anybody who's claiming to be a human clone.
I mean, there's a lot of them out there.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Britney Spears made a video. It's a whole thing. I think Larry Johnson's onto something.
You know what? Thank God. We're getting a call-in on our call-in line.
All right.
Hello, caller. Why don't you tell us your name and where you're calling from?
It's me! It's Vinny V from fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada, baby!
Hey, Vinny, what are you doing calling in? We already played your commercial.
You gave me the cue. You started talking about sports. What was it? You're talking about Larry Johnson. Larry Johnson, NFL superstar. And I've made a lot of money gambling against him because he's a Looney Tune.
Yeah, well, I can't disagree with you there. Anyways, what's up?
This is a huge announcement, and I'm not gonna hold back. This is bigger than if Jesus Christ came back for round two.
Wow, okay, what is it?
Yeah, hold on to your butts, because we're gonna put them in seats, America. It's the A, B, B, L. We're gonna replace the NBA. We're gonna replace the D-League. We're gonna replace college basketball. It's gonna be the greatest thing in the history of America. This summer, it's coming.
Wait, what does that stand for?
It's a new basketball association, and I'm starting it with my partner. He's right here. He's one of the biggest superstars to ever play the game. UNLV, running rebel legend. Get ready, everybody. Get ready. Ray Robinson is my partner in this venture, and the APBL is going to take the world of sports by storm, and it couldn't come at a better time.
Ray Robinson? Who the hell's Ray Robinson?
The one and only Ray Robinson. What?
Yeah, who the hell is that?
He ought to be in the Hall of Fame. He's for one, he's one of my greatest friends. But two, he played for UNLV in the early 90s. Maybe it was a little before your time, but the Running Rebels, they were one of the best, the greatest teams to ever grace the hardwood. But anyway, we really wanted to do this. We want to do this for the sports world, for the community. And trust me, this is bigger than what Vince McMahon tried to pull with the football. When was the last time that you turned on your television and you saw a stadium full of cheering fans here in America watching some live sports?
I gotta say, it's been a while.
It's been a long time. It's been since March, for Christ's sake. It's never been this long in the history of our country without live professional or collegiate sports. And that's all going to change this summer. We're going to be packing arenas. Packing. We don't give a shit about social distancing. So, pardon my French. But Ray, do we care about the 6 feet rule? Oh man, we don't care. We don't care about wearing a mask. Ray, do we need to wear a mask? Oh man, we ain't gonna wear a mask. We're gonna wear a mask. We're gonna pack T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas. We're gonna have 20,000 people cheering for the Vegas. I don't know what we're gonna. The Vegas. How about the Vipers?
You like that, Ray Ray? No, call them the Rebels. Call them the Rebels. The Las Vegas Rebels, baby.
Wait a minute. So, I mean, what is this, just basketball? I mean, the NBA already exists.
Professional basketball. Forget about the NBA. You know, I should let Ray Ray explain, what we're going to do to the NBA. The NBA is the enemy. They might as well not come back because the ABPL is the All-Black Basketball League. And it's for the black people, the black man. It's his turn. It's his turn at the helm.
What?
Look, I got the idea. I was sitting back, I was watching television the other day, and they keep showing all these crowds. I've never seen more blacks in my life. They're crowding through the streets. They're chanting about this. They're chanting about that. They're right next to each other. They got spittle flying in the air, and not a single one of them got sick. With this Corona-19, huh? Not a single one. And I figured out that the black man, the black athlete, and it makes sense, when it comes to their physical, advantages over us.
Hold on.
The black man has beaten Corona.
No. What are you... First of all, you sound like pretty racist right now, Vinny.
You keep that word out of your mouth. Ray. She said I'm a... Here, Ray, he's a black... Here, Ray, you get on the phone. Hey, Ray Robinson here. Wait, what, did you just call Vinny V racist?
I mean, he's sounding pretty darn, he's trying to segregate basketball? What the fuck is that?
Oh, no, here, let me tell you something. Now you sound like you were a young lady. Maybe you haven't been around long enough to understand, what we've gone through. If it wasn't for the racist ass NBA, I would have been bigger than Michael Jordan. I should have been a star. I should have been drafted #1 overall. I should have been playing in the NBA. I should have been playing for the Los Angeles Lakers, on Sunday primetime television on ABC. But the white man held Ray down. The white man held Ray down because they're racist. And that's why when Vinny called me and he said he wants to start an all-black basketball league, I said, you know what, Vinny, I've been waiting for an opportunity. I've been waiting for something I can put my full support behind, and that's what it is. So, if you call him Vinny racist, Vinny's making this for us, for the black man.
Well, Ray, I have to ask you, I mean, I'm not one to try to tell you what your experience has been, but, I mean, the majority of the players in the NBA are black. I don't think they're discriminating based on race.
What you gonna tell me? Oh, come on now. The players in the NBA, those are the Uncle Tom black man. They lead them around on a string like a slave. They're working on the plantation of David Stern of the NBA and ESPN. Vinny V, he wants to be a partner with me, and we're gonna have all the black men. Like think about this. Where would the NBA be without LeBron James?
I mean,
where would the NBA be without Steph Curry? Without Kevin Durant? They're gonna have anybody left. But what? You gonna say Larry Bird? Larry Bird's been retired for decades. We're gonna take all their players. They're gonna happily join the all-black basketball league, the ABBL. We're gonna beat them in the ratings. We're gonna beat them on the court, and we're gonna make all that money too. And because, as Vinny has so eloquently let me understand, black people can't get the coronavirus. So we can have as many people in the stands as we want. We don't have to worry about any of them regulations and that bullshit. Because we're better. We don't get that shit.
Well, that's just not true. At all. I mean, for a while they were saying that black people are more likely to get the coronavirus.
He's saying that. Hold on. You got to talk to me. Hold on. So you're trying to tell me that Ray Robinson can catch the coronavirus?
Yes.
Ray Robinson, 6'7". Now, to this day, how old was Ray? How old are you? 52. He's 52 years old.
Jesus.
He's 52 years old, and he can still bench press. How much can you bench, Ray? Holy shit, 280. Yeah, that's pretty good. He's solid. He's an athlete. He's built like a horse.
Wait, what was that?
He's not alone. What?
What was that laugh?
It getting the coronavirus, you gotta be crazy.
Vinny,
we're gonna have teams. What's that?
this is outrageous. I mean, I don't know what you're trying to pull here, but if you think I'm gonna say that this is a good idea, you're off your freaking rocker, man.
No. See, this is something that means a lot to me. It's very close to my heart. And it's the Black Matters.
You're clearly just trying to profit off of the Black Lives Matter movement.
Yeah, Black Lives, they matter to me. And they certainly matter to Ray Robinson. And they matter to the people in Las Vegas, the people in Nevada, and the people all across America that are starving for live professional sports. Just not the whites. Just not the white people.
Unbelievable. You know what, Vinny? Thanks so much for calling in. I'm gonna have to let you go.
All right, so 1-900-B for Vegas for all your gaming needs.
Oh, boy. You gotta tell me what these people are trying to do and vet them a little bit better before we let them on the show.
Hey, I mean, it was Vinny. He sponsored us before. I thought it was some kind of gambling, like on the German soccer or something. He didn't tell me what it was.
Well, you should have asked. All right, let's just move on.
I mean, I want to watch basketball. I wouldn't mind maybe we'll get a team here in Florida.
You really think segregating basketball is the way to go? Because Ray Robinson didn't make the NBA.
Honestly, I don't even know who Ray Robinson is.
Yeah, that's the whole point. He's a nobody,
He sounded like a lunatic.
Yeah, he's 52 years old. What's he still doing trying to play basketball?
Oh my God, I don't know. Let's just move on.
All right. Well, in other news, an incel set out to make an anti-cheerleader bomb and wound up blowing off his own hands. Should I be grateful that he's too stupid to have succeeded in his efforts, or disappointed that he wasn't smart enough to not be an incel in the first place?
Oh my God. So wait, he was trying to make a bomb to take out cheerleaders, or a smart bomb that could sense cheerleaders and blow up when they're there?
No, just a bomb to take out cheerleaders. Nothing super high tech. But he couldn't even get a simple bomb right. I mean, thank God. I mean, regardless, I think we can all agree that the irony of this situation is truly magnificent. I mean, this kid's a massive wanker and now he's got no hands. And speaking of wankers, a Spanish porn star named Nacho Vidal was arrested for manslaughter after a man died from inhaling poisonous toad venom at his psychedelic ritual last spring.
That's a mouthful, Jesus.
Right? Vidal has maintained his innocence, saying that neither he nor the other two arrested for the incident were responsible for the man's death, and that the ritual was an attempt to cure him of a drug addiction through a DMT-like hallucinogenic experience.
Yeah, because that's what you need when you're trying to beat drugs. More drugs!
Yep!
and Nacho Vidal, that's his name?
Yeah.
Maybe he should be called Nacho Doctor. And am I hearing right that it took nearly a year to arrest these guys?
Oh, yeah, you're right. It did take nearly a year.
Well, hey, don't let them tell you the Spanish are anything but efficient.
All right, well, moving on. Meanwhile, in Illinois, the criminals are a little less concerned with what kind of visions animals can give you and more concerned with what animals themselves can see.
Wait, what? I don't follow.
Well, I'm just going to read the headline because this one's amazing.
Okay.
Teen burglar kills goldfish because he didn't want to leave any witnesses.
Okay. Alright, so was it a talking goldfish or something?
Maybe if you licked a toad first. Anyway, these three teenagers broke into a suburban Chicago home, stole electronics, jewelry, and a safe, then poured hot sauce, ketchup, mustard, and other sauces into the fish tank to poison the fish and apparently keep it from ratting them out.
Who the hell uses condiments to kill a fish? Were they trying to season it or were they trying to poison it?
I know! It sounds like the worst episode of Chopped ever!
Right? At that point, you kind of, might as well just eat the damn thing.
Well, if you think that's bad, Florida man might take the cake in our animal cruelty trilogy, as 43-year-old Marathon resident Nicholas Kevin Chu was arrested for kicking a chicken like a football. Apparently, the police were notified of a domestic dispute between Chu and his girlfriend, which started when he backed up and booted her pet Rhode Island Red in the air like he was kicking a field goal. Now, in his very shaky, indefensible defense, He said that he was, quote, annoyed by the sound chickens make.
I mean, I really don't even know how to respond to this. I was just actually trying to think if I've ever found myself in a situation where I've got a friend who has a pet chicken and I feel the need to treat it like I'm Sebastian Janikowski, I would just tell him, look, I didn't know it was a pet. Who keeps a pet chicken? I eat chickens. I was prepping it. I was going to make some wings. I mean, kick a football, that's what pigs are for.
What? Pigs?
Yeah, like kicking the old pigskin around.
Oh, not funny. I mean, this poor chicken had to go to the animal hospital with broken ribs and a broken leg. I mean, this guy's a monster.
Yeah, I mean, any man can tell you don't want to get kicked in the cock.
Okay.
Cock, because like a rooster.
Yes, I got it. Boy, with people snorting toads, poisoning goldfish, and punting roosters, embattled animals sure could use an emergency response team to come to the rescue. And who better than Paw Patrol?
Okay, what the hell is a Paw Patrol?
Oh, you know, Paw Patrol. It's like a popular cartoon for kids on Nickelodeon. They've got a team of dogs, and each one is a different kind of worker.
No.
Okay, well, let me lay it out for you. There's a Dalmatian who's a firefighter. There's a Bulldog who's a construction worker. They even have a German Shepherd who's a policeman.
That's fitting. So it's like the Village People, but in cartoon dog form.
Yeah, and
All right,
look, little kids love this show. But unfortunately for them, deranged liberal activists don't and are campaigning to get the show taken off the air because it shows the police in a positive light. And apparently, that's racist now.
Everything's racist now, apparently. Jesus. So you can't show police in a positive light on TV or you're a Nazi.
Right.
Okay, well, let's take their logic. Let's accept their logic for a minute. Why don't they just kill off the police dog? Have him get hit by a car or something.
Oh, sure, they're asking for that too.
Wait, what? They're asking for that. Like, the same people saying they want the show taken off the air.
That's what I read.
That's like option number 2.
Yep.
Sometimes I mean, it's just getting really hard to parody these people every week when they do such a good job of it on their own.
It is really difficult.
Cartoon freaking dogs now. They're
Can't have it. Can't have it. It's gotta go.
Oh my god. Like, I'm about to go off on a tangent, but we don't have time for it.
Well, get ready, because there's a full-on assault on TV shows these days. From the culture mob going after police shows like Paw Patrol to Cops and Live PD, to the anti-Second Amendment crowd successfully erasing all the guns from Looney Tunes, to the liberals across the pond who've had shows like Little Britain, Faulty Towers, and The Mighty Boosh pulled from streaming services.
Why the hell... wait a second. The Mighty Boosh?
Yeah, I know. I was really heartbroken about that one.
What the hell's wrong with the Mighty Boosh?
Apparently blackface.
So you can't have a costume now.
Well, okay, let's be careful because I mean, like, blackface is pretty offensive. Like,
well, like 4 or 5 stories ago, they were telling us that that's the best way to support Black Lives Matter.
Good point. Now, thankfully,
I just don't know with these people.
Elmo and Big Bird are partnering with CNN to end racism.
All right, I'm out. I don't have anything I can say. Elmo and fucking Big Bird.
Yep, CNN actually aired a 60-minute town hall on racism starring the cast of Sesame Street last week. So apparently, the left is moving on from Don Lemon and Anderson Cooper and now getting its talking points from actual puppets with some guys' hand up their asses. I mean, you can't make it up.
All right, I just had to take a walk.
Yeah.
Because this is fucking insane. They're getting their talking points from fucking puppets on Sesame Street.
Yep.
That teach you how to count.
I don't know. My biggest problem with it is the fact that, like, parents should be the ones to make the decision to talk to your kids about this stuff.
No.
Like,
it should be Grover and Oscar the fucking Grouch.
No.
They should talk to you about racism and gender fluidity.
Stop it.
Oh my god. Well, tell me more about what Snuffleupagus had to say.
Well, the broadcast opened with a video call between Elmo and his father, Louie, who is a soul patch-wearing beatnik.
Of course he is.
Louie told Elmo that all streets aren't like Sesame Street, then started waving a protest sign around.
And they say they're not trying to indoctrinate children. I can't wait until the episode where they cut off Elmo's penis.
Stop it! Oh my god.
No worries, we're getting a call.
Let's
see, 206, that's Seattle.
Alright.
Maybe it's somebody in Chaz.
Alright, let's find out. Hello, caller. Why don't you tell us your name and where you're calling from?
Hey, it's me. Very helpful. And I'm calling from Ding Dong Land.
Oh, no.
Yeah, from Ding Dong Land. I wanted to talk about Elmo's dad and the Sesame Street.
Well, of course you did. Very helpful.
Dr. Ding Dong, he said to call up and tell the children not to watch Sesame Street.
I thought we blocked your number.
We got a burner phone. We got a burner phone.
Dr. Ding Dong, why don't you just cut the shit and admit that you're like, stop it with the teddy bear act.
I'm not Dr. Ding Dong. I'm very helpful. I'm a teddy bear.
Bullshit, okay? Give me Dr. Ding Dong.
Okay. Dr. Ding Dong, come on to the phone. Hey, it's me, Dr. Ding Dong.
Listen.
Nice to talk to you again.
Listen, you freaking lunatic. What's with the teddy bear thing, okay? Like, why can't you just...
That's my best friend. Very helpful. He's always helping me out when I go on my missions to help out the kiddos.
Yeah, well, I know it's just you doing a creepy little voice, and it's disturbing.
No, Dr. Ding Dong doesn't do voices. No, Dr. Ding Dong. Wait, what are you talking about? That's ridiculous. Very helpful. Say something. Very helpful. I'm the talking teddy bear, and I like to help people. And I don't think that you should let your kiddos watch Sesame Street, and you should watch the Dr. Ding Dong show instead. That's right, Barry.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I don't think kids should be watching Sesame Street or the Ding Dong Show. Like,
oh no, the kiddos have to watch Dr. Ding Dong Show. It's a whole experience, and it teaches them all about life, who you can trust, who you can love, and what you should do when your mommy and daddy aren't being any good.
I'm terrified to ask.
I gotta talk to you because there's some stuff in the news going on, and Dr. Ding Dong's a little bit of an expert about it. And I'm not talking about no coronavirus anymore either. There's a whole different kind of virus now, and it's in your city too. It's everywhere. You know what it is?
No.
It's the cops. It's the police. They're a virus, and we gotta do something about them. You tell them why, Barry. Tell them. It's because all cops are bastards. That's what Dr. Ding Dong says. That's right. What else do I tell you, Barry? Fuck 12.
Whoa. Okay. Let's try to not curse.
We have to curse when we're talking about the police. Oh, they're always trying to interfere in my schemes, and they're always trying to take me away to jail, and they're trying to keep me away from the kiddos. So I gotta tell you, when they're over here in Ding Dong Land, and they're setting fire to the cop cars, and they're burning down the precinct, me and Barry Helpful, we certainly approve. And you should too, kiddos. Get a gas can. Burn down a police station.
Whoa! You can't tell kids to do this shit. This is incredibly inappropriate. What the hell?
Your mommy and daddy's a police officer. Oh, you know what Dr. Ding Dong wants you to do.
What?
Poison. That's right, very helpful. We're gonna have to put some bleach in their morning coffee.
Wow, okay. You know what? You cannot be telling kids to kill their parents.
Can we get in trouble for that?
I'm surprised that nobody's gotten in trouble for Dr. Ding Dong as it is.
We get death threats about Dr. Ding Dong. People really hate him.
Yeah, I fucking hate him too. Like, let that be clear. Like, we're not fans, okay?
No.
He just keeps calling us, getting burner phones, because we keep blocking his number. Why the hell he picked our show, I have no idea.
Have we verified that this guy even has a show? What, he's public access or something?
I'm scared to Google it. I don't want to get on a watch list. Like
Seattle, like, I know you've got a lot of problems right now. I know you got these crazy anarchists or whatever taking over city blocks, but do something about Dr. Ding Dong. He's telling children to, like, kill their parents.
Yeah, somebody needs to take this guy out. He's either...
Last time he called, he was breaking into houses and kidnapping people.
Yeah.
The first time, he beat the shit out of some kid, apparently, because he coughed.
I've called the police about him, like, at least twice, and each time they just laugh at me and think I'm, like, a prank caller because I'm telling them there's some deranged TV show host and his teddy bear out there committing psychotic crimes. Like, I can't keep doing it.
You probably shouldn't have said the part about the teddy bear.
Okay, fair enough, but... Look,
if you're out in Seattle and you know anything about this guy, just take him off the streets, one way or the other.
Please. Look, what better way to follow up all that but with a block of police stories about the police? It's almost like we saw this coming or something, you know? Like,
hey, don't give it away.
The first story comes from Chicago, which, like most of America, saw its city consumed by riots and looting earlier this month.
How could they tell the difference?
Oh, well, that's a good point.
Probably fewer people got shot than, like, a normal day.
Oh, jeez. Well, the Chicago Police Department is coming under fire for their actions during the worst of this uproar on June 1st.
Okay, are they accused of using, like, excessive force against the protesters or, like, tear gassing the demonstrators or something like that?
Nope, just the opposite, in fact. At least 13 CPD officers were seen on surveillance video lounging around in Congressman Bobby Rush's office, napping with their feet up on desks, making coffee, and helping themselves to his popcorn as the riots raged just outside.
I bet he's really mad about the popcorn, too.
Rush, the chief of police, and Mayor Lightfoot have all spoken out about the incident.
All right, you know, it's not like they're directly in charge of the police or anything. Like, I mean, come on, what is it about these idiots and pretending that they don't have any responsibility? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if the mayor told the chief of police to have his cops take the night off, and Bobby Rush probably volunteered his office for it. I mean, you know who Bobby Rush is?
No, I'm kind of familiar.
He's not just any congressman. This dude, like, he founded the Illinois Black Panthers.
Wow.
Like, I don't think he is the kind of guy that wants the cops out there busting the rioters' heads, you know?
Good point. Well, speaking of city officials with shady ties to local law enforcement, Los Angeles City Council President Nuri Martinez made the news last week when she joined other council members in demanding $150 million be slashed from the LAPD's annual budget.
That'll solve the problem.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
and
take away their ability to fucking fight crime, yeah.
It turns out she has been using the police department as her personal private security team. So, you know, a little hypocritical.
Just a little bit.
Her family has been receiving round-the-clock guard from the department since April, with cops stationed outside her home 24/7.
You know, since April, you know, that checks out. That's about the time that LA started forcing people to shut their businesses down, and they were basically starving people to death. They were making life really, really hard for people, so... Honestly, she probably needs a security detail with the stupid decisions they're making out there.
Yeah, well, apparently it's cost the city over $100,000 already.
$100,000 since April?
Yes!
And people wonder why cities like LA are dealing with budget crises.
Who could imagine? Well, if Los Angeles and Chicago have to lay off police officers, one Florida county may have a home for them.
Oh, boy.
After all, the Brevard County chapter of the Fraternal Order of Police ran a bold ad on social media last week, inviting the Atlanta 6 and Buffalo 57 to apply for work in Florida.
Wait. Is that... Are they referring to what I think they are?
Oh, yeah. In case you missed it, they were, in fact, referring to the 6 Atlanta officers who were charged with excessive force for dragging a pair of college students out of their car and tasering them, and the 57 Buffalo police who resigned in support of a colleague who shoved a 75-year-old protester to the ground and busted his head open.
With, like, blood pouring out of his ear on the pavement, and they're like, you know what? These are the kind of cops that we need down here in Brevard County. like they didn't have. Did they do like a shout out for the Minneapolis Ford?
They ran a separate ad for those guys.
Oh my God! Of course they did.
Yep, it said, Minneapolis officers, we will not disband our law enforcement agencies or give in. We are hiring in Florida.
Okay, so yeah, if you're a cop that's beating the shit out of people unnecessarily and killing people, apparently they want you in... What the fuck is wrong with you?
Honestly, this is not the ideal candidate. Like, I'm all for supporting the police, but these are the bad apples you want to weed out. Like, they're not the good guys, okay?
They're crazy. We got loons to the... Well, you know that song? You know, I got... What is it? Jokers to the left?
Clowns to the right.
Clowns to the right. Clowns to the left. Jokers to... Whatever. We got clowns and jokers everywhere surrounding us.
We're no better ourselves here in Florida, apparently.
Right.
So
these people are morons.
To be fair, Minneapolis cops are probably polishing up their resumes these days because a group of Minneapolis City Council members have announced their plans to disband the city's police department.
Okay, so they're going to completely disband the police.
Oh, yeah.
They can't be serious.
Oh, they are, and apparently they have a majority that can't be vetoed by the mayor. As one councilwoman put it, it's our commitment to end policing as we know it.
Okay, so they're going to get rid of the police. So, I mean, maybe I'm a crazy person, but who's going to stop the city from being completely overrun by crime?
Oh, well, it is said here that their plan is to hire more mental health professionals and EMTs and put up more surveillance cameras.
That's what we need, more surveillance. Okay, so what do I do, Minneapolis? City that I love, that I used to live in, that is now apparently in like, capital of the clown world. What do I do if somebody with a gun is breaking into my house and wants to rob and kill me?
Well, according to City Council President Lisa Bender, asking that question comes from a place of privilege. So, check your privilege.
We don't have any more in stack this week, do we?
No, this is our last
Thank
story.
God. You weren't kidding when you said that we had... Oh, I just... Oh, great. Look, now we got a phone call.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm ready for it, honestly. I don't think I'm mentally prepared.
What is this? 412. What's that? Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
Screw it. Let's see what they want.
All right. Hello. Caller, why don't you tell us your name and where you're calling from? Hopefully you've taken any antipsychotic medicaments you may have been prescribed today.
It is I, the Steel City Enforcer.
Oh, fuck.
From the Steel City.
Yeah, we know. What?
Yeah, what was that? What was that you just said? Were you telling people to take drugs?
Yes, medications they're prescribed
The
to
Steel City
stabilize.
Enforcer and the gang of good guys disavow you. You shall not be promoting drug abuse on your radio program, and you should be dragged away in chains. When Florida Man finds out about this, he'll be at your door.
No, Florida Man, what? No, you should be...
He's the latest member of the gang of good guys, hailing out of Kissimmee, Florida. He is Florida Man.
Oh, my God. Clearly you
And
did
he
not
will crack
heed...
the head of every drug addict in the state of Florida. For
Hold
the
up.
gang of good guys.
Cracking heads? What the hell is that? What? I don't know.
That's what we do. That's what we do to crime.
It's
and to
inappropriate.
criminals.
It's inappropriate. You should not be cracking heads of anyone.
I will not be lectured to by a drug pusher.
I'm not a drug pusher. You need mental health help. I mean, even the city of Minneapolis, as fucked up as they are, is investing more in mental health help. What the hell's wrong with you?
Look, the real reason I call you, we'll put that aside for the time being. We'll put away your drug peddling away for the time being. But the reason I'm calling is because of the city of Indianapolis. They're going to disband the police, and they need the gang of good guys. We're going to step in and keep the citizens safe.
Nobody asked you to do this. That's not appropriate.
The people of Indianapolis asked me for this. I've been keeping the people of Pittsburgh safe since the advent of the coronavirus. We've been keeping people in their homes. We've been cracking the heads of anyone that dares to hit the streets. And we've got chapters all across the country, all across the fruited plain. that they call the Indianapolis Police Department, and we shall replace it with the Gang of Good Guys headquarters.
That sounds awful. Why can't you guys cut it out with the vigilante crime-fighting shit and just be normal citizens?
You will not use the word vigilante to describe the Gang of Good Guys.
Well, what else would you call it when you go around assaulting people for no reason?
Well, we would prefer it if you'd refer to us as superheroes.
Well, you're not superheroes. Why don't you just try being regular law-abiding citizens like the rest of us?
The baton in my hand, the helmet on my head, the vest on my chest, and the cape wrapped around my neck would say otherwise, young lady.
You know what?
That's what the people I should say, and the heads that I've cracked.
That's just outrageous. Nowhere in our criminal justice system is head cracking considered to be a form of punishment or rehabilitation. You know,
I've rehabilitated dozens of scumbags and jack-offs here in Pittsburgh and met the foul end of my nightstick. And I'll do the same in Indianapolis as soon as we get there. We're going to crack the head of every man, woman, and child in the entire city until crime has been wiped away. I've seen what they do there. I've seen it on the news. They're animals. They burned an AutoZone. They burned the Target store. If I were there, and if I had that trusty partner, the Big Apple Berserker, and the Motown Maniac, and the one and only Florida man at my side, they wouldn't dare.
You know what? I'm actually... I was concerned when you first called up and announced these plans to go over there and start vigilante crime fighting. But, you know, now...
Superhero. You know what?
I'm not even...
I am the police.
No, you're not.
I am the police, and I am the law.
And I'm not even going to fight with you, you know, because I don't even think you're going to get there. You keep saying Indianapolis like a moron. What the hell? Like, you can't even figure out which city you're going to?
They killed the black guy in Indianapolis, right?
No.
What do you mean?
You've got the wrong city. Just like you've got the wrong idea about fighting crime.
Where is it?
I'm not going to tell you. Then you'll ship yourself and their gang of horrifying weirdos out there and start assaulting people.
We're going to do it one way or the other. It's either going to be here, in Indianapolis, or anywhere in between. It's not too far of a drive from here in Pittsburgh. It's kind of a central location for me and the boys.
You better watch out because they may be disbanding the police over there, but the National Guard is still well funded. So I don't think you're going to be getting away with this crap much longer at all.
I am the National Guard.
No, you're not. Okay, goodbye. Why do we get nothing but lunatics calling this show?
I mean, what is wrong with those guys? Like, the gang of good guys? How have they not been arrested yet? They're just going around beating people up in most cases, they're not even attacking people or even committing a crime.
I really don't know. And I mean, we're going to get a shit ton of comments.
We get death threats. We get death threats from people about this idiot, the Steel City, whatever the hell he calls himself, and Dr. Ding Dong. People literally want to kill them.
Oh my god. I just want to make it perfectly clear to all our listeners. We announced the call-in line at the beginning of the show, so anyone can call in. We've tried to block Dr. Ding Dong twice, and they keep calling in. I don't know where the hell these people get our number from.
We have absolutely no affiliation with Dr. Ding Dong, no affiliation with the gang of good guys, and honestly, I'm questioning our affiliation with Vinny V.
Yeah, and last but not least, I mean, if you hate these guys, call in. We would love to hear from some sane people, but maybe just not this week, because I think we've had enough for today.
Yeah, let's just call it a week, but everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. We're looking forward to seeing you next week for episode 34.
Have a great week, everyone.
You better get down on your knees and pay 1,000 more fools are being